Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am Britt, creator of the StyleShaker, your guide to cleaner, greener beauty. I try it out for you so you know what to buy and what not to buy. And today I'm testing out the Kosas The Sun Show Moisturizing Baked Bronzer. This is a new product on the scene. A lot of people have tried this out. There's been a lot of buzz about it, so of course I had to try it and tell you my honest opinion. If you want to hear more about that, then stick around and let's get into it. All right, so quick rundown on this. Well, actually, before I dive into that, I purchased this product. No one is paying me to say any of the following. You are getting my honest opinion, as always. If you do like getting my honest opinion in these reviews and you want to see more of it, then make sure you support the channel and keep it going with a thumbs up and also subscribing so you never miss another video like this one. All right, what is this bronzer about in a nutshell? So again, this is the Kosas I have to say the twice there, it feels weird. The Sun Show Moisturizing Baked Bronzer. Quite the title. $34 for this guy. I have it in medium, which is a golden bronze. There are 3 shades available for this bronzer. It's a buildable bronzer for a natural glow, good for all skin types, or so they say, and the tagline from the brand is it's a bronzer for skincare freaks. Okay. Alright, let's see. Now it's time to talk about the claims that are behind this baked bronzer. It is supposed to moisturize and plump the skin. It provides effortless buildable application to highlight the contours of the face. It has a creamy payoff with a lightweight feel. And it gives you just enough glow without the sparkle or shine. Let's dive into the scorecard. It starts with the first question, which is, what do the ingredients look like? I did not see major red flags here. I have the full rundown with ratings and some notes on the site. Link below for that so you can see the full scorecard post there. Those who can't handle coconut oil or coconut oil derivatives, there is a little bit of that in here. Sorry to be a bearer of bad news, but if your skin is sensitive to that, take a look at the ingredients and figure out whether or not you think it's gonna be a fit, not a cosmetic chemist. How's coverage? Okay, the coverage here is interesting. It's supposed to give you a, quote, natural glow, and I think it does. I see a lot of color payoff from this bronzer. It provided a really nice warming up. I didn't see a lot of shimmer and glitter on my skin. I looked at it under the lights, but I also look at it in natural lighting, which is basically the best way for me to find that out. And I didn't see a lot of that disco ball effect. I know in some of the reviews, people saw hints of glitter from different shades. The medium shade really looked glowy. It did not look glittery. I also want to tell you that the medium shade is more peachy golden than it is a cooler shade. It says that in the description. So it's more of a golden bronze. It is exactly what they said it was going to be. Overall for coverage, I got a 4 out of 5 on the scorecard. If you're looking for a bronzer that doesn't have as much shimmer or any shimmer to it, check out the scorecard post and I give you some options that I've liked that are a bit more matte in nature. Just saying. I know some of you are out there, so that might be helpful. How's application? So this is a super soft powder. You can feel that it's a little bit more moisturized than it is straight up dry powder. The brand recommends using a larger brush for this. I actually preferred a smaller brush. I felt like it was easier to control because there is kickback here. When you put it on, a lot of the product will transfer to the brush. If you're new to bronzer, this might be a little bit much for you, especially with a baked bronzer. Usually you can really rub the brush on there. Well, not like that. Really rub it on there. It doesn't pick up as much product. Not in the case of this bronzer. It picks up a lot of product. Mind you, for me, that wasn't a massive deterrent because I'm a bronzer person. I like bronzer. I like putting a lot of it on. That's how I am. Part of me thinks that because this powder is a little bit thicker or heavier with moisture, and you can kind of feel that in the formula, that it could be really good for drier skin types. I feel like it just might melt in a little bit better. Overall, got a 3 out of 5 on the scorecard. Next, is it buildable? Does it build? How does it build? All the things about building. Yes. For me, it built up pretty nicely. The other thing I liked here was it got more golden. It didn't necessarily get more shiny when I was building it, which is a plus because it starts to settle into fine lines at a certain point, and especially when there's a metallic element, it makes your lines look deeper. I didn't see that. It also depends on what you're using beforehand. So if you're using a heavy moisturizer and this goes on top and you have aging skin, then you might be dealing with more of a settling into fine lines. I would just say less is more. A lighter application works here. Do a nice little layer, and then if you want to build on top, just do another light layer until you get to where you want to be, so you're not really packing it on top of the skin. One of the things I do is I will leverage this side of the container, and you can already see it, it's gotten a little foggy. I will take whatever's on the brush and I will kind of pat it off here instead of snapping it on the side, because that was actually loosening the product. and then I will apply it to the face so I know how much I'm getting on the face and I'm not gonna have this big smudge of bronze over to my right. Overall, I've got a 4 out of 5 on the scorecard there. Is it non-irritating? I had 0 issues with irritation here, no problems. Again, there's that coconut derivative in there, so if you have issues with that, check it out. But for me, no problem, 4 out of 5 on the scorecard. Does it last? I do 8-hour-long wear tests and I've been doing a few days of this. Held up pretty nicely. It dimmed a bit. The bronze dimmed a little bit, which was surprising because it felt really like such a strong payoff at first. Again, depends on what you have underneath, but still, it wasn't as like wow after 8 hours. Okay, I am back with a Kosas bronzer review. This is an 8-hour wear test. I've had it on my face all day, really around the perimeter. I didn't go too crazy today. And I am in the natural light, which is why it's a little brighter. I brought the lighting down a little bit on the camera just so you can see. It's lasted nicely and the glow is still there. That's primarily from the bronzer. I don't really have any other glowy base products on. It's not really getting into any fine lines that I might have on the forehead here. I didn't see a settling into the fine lines, so that was kind of a nice benefit as well. But overall, held up pretty nicely. A really big setback though. Overall, it did last and the warmth was still on my face and I was very happy about that. It just wasn't as like oof as it was when I first applied it. If you can translate oof, then you know what I mean. 4 out of 5 on the scorecard. Final question, consciously created product. It is Leaping Bunny certified. It is cruelty free. Yay. It is a plastic container. Boo. No refills available. I was looking around too for more information because part of me saw this pictured with sea glass and I was like, maybe it's post-consumer recycled. Really hard to find that information though. So I didn't reach out to the brand. I still need to do that, but it takes some time. So I wanted to post this beforehand. If I have any updates there, I will let you know. Overall, got kind of 50-50 there. 3 out of 5 on the scorecard. The final score here is a 22 out of 30. A really nice score actually on the scorecard. And now I'm gonna run through the claims really quick with my final verdict, so here we go. I will mention scent as well in a second, but first the claims. It claims to moisturize and plump the skin, but because of shea butter and meadow foam oil, okay. I would say it's moisturizing in terms of texture and plumping the skin. There's no way. I did not see that at all. I don't expect to see that from a bronzer. I just don't know how I'm supposed to see that from a bronzer. No, not really. Didn't think it was a drying powder, but I wasn't seeing moisturization and plumping. Effortless buildable application that highlights the contours of the face. This was 50-50. I think for those of you who are really comfortable with bronzer, this is going to give you that. You'll already know that when you put it on the brush, you tap it off or you blend it in. For those that are looking for a baked bronzer that's just like swipe and on, this is close. It's just, I wouldn't say it's effortless. However, it is buildable, so it covered half of that claim. Next claim, creamy payoff with a lightweight feel. Creamy? I mean, if I'm using my finger, I can feel that it's a little bit creamier, but I wouldn't really use the descriptor creamy here. I would say that it is very smooth. Lightweight feel, totally. I don't even know it's there. I shouldn't know it's there. It's a bronzing powder. That would be weird. But yeah, covered half of that claim. It gives you just enough bronze, just enough glow without the sparkle and shine. For me, that was achievable with the medium shade. I was very happy with that. It totally followed through on that promise. The other thing here, the scent smells real weird. I don't like the scent. I don't know what it is. It's almost like a chalky, earthy scent. That's a nice way of saying dirt. Yeah, it has a weird scent. When you apply it after it sits on the skin, I don't smell it when it's on my skin, but I found that to be very off-putting. I don't know why. Some products I use, like the Anika products, have a very strong scent and I'm unfazed. But this, something about it felt very strange to me. It was just kind of, like I said, off-putting. But would I personally buy this bronzer again? I liked it. I did not like the shade options for myself because I don't like golden peachy. I like a strong bronze, but I like a cooler tone bronze. And again, back on the site, I have links to the bronzers that I'm a fan of. I also have the roundup of my favorites. I really wouldn't buy it again, mainly because of the shade. And while it did provide a nice glow, I'm not a big shimmer in the bronzer person, so no, I'm not a huge fan of that. If they come out with something that is a bit cooler, a bit more matte, I liked how this applied. I actually really liked it. It was, again, a little bit tricky if you're newer to this game, but I liked that. I wish it was in a different color and like get rid of that scent. I don't know about that scent. I just don't know. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you found this review helpful as you are figuring out which bronzer to buy for spring, summer. And yeah, if you did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up to support the channel. As always, don't forget to subscribe. so you never miss another video like this one. And I'm gonna go test some more products, get back to you with some reviews. I will see you real soon right here. Until then, bye.